Hello. I just saw the Newsbud about Vanessa Beeley and Eva Bartlett. And I saw the tweets leading up to it, actually. I saw one between Sybil and George Monbiot. And then I saw the asking for comment. And I found them hostile. And I think the tone of the whole omission was hostile too. Sybil Edmonds certainly over-laboured some points, and you could see by some of the tweets she chose to put on the screen and then put on the screen again that you could say she had a definite agenda. Now, I've got to say honestly, I don't know any of the people that were interviewed on there. I do know it's very easy to make enemies. It's very easy to take things out of context. It's very easy to misuse a private message, which is not a public message. And I'm very sure that these two ladies will answer these accusations in their own sweet time as they see fit. I did see one lady and she said, well, this is bad for journalism. Well, I've never heard of this lady, but I have most certainly heard of Vanessa Beeley and Eva Bartlett. And I am certainly convinced that they are doing a good job raising awareness. I think they were correct about Aleppo, and I'm absolutely convinced they are correct about what is happening right now in East Ghouta. Now, it's a war. It's a war in Syria, and it's a war with the press, because the press are telling outrageous lies. They are paid whores for the government, and I think they'll go to hell for it. And they have huge resources. And when you're up against those resources, I imagine at times you could feel slightly overwhelmed, defensive. You could get edgy. It's a battle. They have to work 10 times harder. But they are out there. They're doing it. And eventually the proof will be from the Syrian people, because they know who is on their side. And I do hope that Syria can remain whole and that the Syrian people can decide their own fate. No outsider should be doing that for them. And they will give recognition where it's due. But right now, I'm convinced these two ladies are doing a good job. And it's slightly disappointing to see this, because I am convinced that most people and the alternative media are in agreement. They do think that these so-called rebels are terrorists. They do probably agree that what's happening in East Ghouta is true, that these people have been held captive and terrorized and subjugated and living in misery under savages, and they are happily fleeing towards Assad's troops right now. I think the majority of people are in agreement about that. They're in agreement about what happened in Aleppo. These are the people on alternative media. So the division is not what you think it is. And as long as these ladies are doing a good job raising awareness, then they are doing a good job raising awareness. And that's all I got to say about it. And for the 10 people that see this, if it makes a difference, well, so be it. I'm making this video because I can. Good night.